Welcome back to Ben's Book Club. Today we are breaking down The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. We're going to see how some seriously old wisdom can solve our very modern money problems.
All right, let's just let that sink in for a second. This one sentence, this is the whole game. It sounds so simple, right? But it totally flips the script on how we're taught to think about our paycheck. It's not just money for bills and rent. A piece of it, right off the top, actually belongs to you, your future wealthier self.
So, the book tells these amazing stories set in ancient Babylon, which was basically the richest city on earth back in the day. But look, we're not here for a history lesson. We're going to translate these old stories into a practical, step-by-step guide you can actually use right now in our crazy digital world. I've got to be honest, when I first heard about this book, I was like, yeah, right. I mean, I'm dealing with rent that's through the roof, student loans that feel like a life sentence. It felt like I was working my tail off just to tread water. I needed a real plan, not some ancient fable. But it turns out the cure was sitting right there, in these old stories from Babylon.
So let's get into it. The first and honestly the most important rule from Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, is to start thy purse to fattening. What does that mean for us today? Simple. Pay yourself first.
Now here's the crucial part. This is not about saving whatever's left over at the end of the month. Because let's be real, how often is there anything actually left? No, this is a total mindset shift. That first 10%, think of it as the most important bill you have to pay. It's the one you pay to yourself, and it comes out before anyone else gets a single penny.
And here's how easy it is to do. You can literally pull out your phone right now, open your banking app, and find the automatic transfers button. It takes maybe 2 minutes to set up a recurring transfer for 10% of your paycheck into a separate account. Go ahead and label that account My Wealth. Doing this one little thing, it's probably the most powerful step you can take.
Okay, so you did it. You're paying yourself first. That's huge. But now for the next hurdle. How in the world do you live on what's left?
Well, this is where a guy named Babylonian the camel trader comes into the picture.
Babylon's story is intense. He was literally enslaved because of his debts. He felt completely hopeless, a feeling I think a lot of us can relate to. But he decided he wasn't going down like that. He created a simple, powerful plan to tell every single coin he earned exactly where to go. And his plan? It's a perfect modern budget. That 10% you're already saving, that's locked in. Then you take a full 20% of your income and you throw it at your debts. The rest, the 70%, is for all your living expenses. That's it. 70-20-10. You can track this in any budgeting app and it gives you a super clear path to getting out of debt while you're still building wealth.
All right, once you've got your money flowing in the right direction, the book hits on one of our biggest expenses, housing. The advice here is all about making your home a profitable investment, not just a money pit.
The book puts it as a really simple choice. When you rent, every single payment you make is building your landlord's wealth. It just disappears. But when you own, that same monthly payment builds your own asset, your own equity. Now look, I know buying a home isn't easy for everyone, but the principle is what's so powerful. Find ways to turn your biggest expenses into your biggest investments. And now we get to the really exciting part. That 10% you've been putting aside every single month, it's not supposed to just sit there. The next cure is to make thy gold multiply. It's time to put your savings to work.
In our world, that means one thing: investing. See, money that's just sitting in a regular savings account is actually losing value every year because of inflation. To really build wealth, you need to put that money into things that grow faster than inflation. And the easiest way to start is with automated long-term investing.
This right here is where the magic happens. It's called compound growth. By putting small, regular amounts into something like a low-cost index fund, your money starts making its own money, and then that money starts making money. You see that massive jump between year 10 and year 20? That's not just your savings anymore. That's your money doing the heavy lifting for you. This is the Babylonian secret in action. You know, looking back, what this ancient wisdom gave me was a plan. A simple, clear plan. It took me from feeling constantly stressed out and just reacting to money problems to feeling like I was actually in the driver's seat. It's incredibly empowering.
There's a reason these ideas have stuck around for thousands of years. It's because they just work. They're simple, for sure, but they take action. The entire path from financial worry to financial freedom is laid out right here. So, the only question left for you is, which step will you take first?